Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, March 31st, 2020 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I lend my I am energy to the healing path. And today we have Mars and Saturn meeting in Aquarius. And this really feels, like I said yesterday, like breakthrough energy. And I do in fact have the Fool card as part of our cards for the day. What I'm feeling with this day in general is that it's going to kick off like a butterfly's wings. Kick off some breakthrough from the recent haps. So this does not mean that you're necessarily going to see the breakthrough because butterfly wings. It definitely does not mean that something very big will happen in regards to this at this time. And yet, I feel like each of us have a very important role in this energy. That's so Aquarius, right? Community. We, as this earthling community, I feel like it's very important to tune in with this aspect. So Mars and Saturn will be connecting conjunct at 11:31 a.m. Pacific time. So that's 12:31 Mountain time, Eastern time. What's 2 hours plus that? Oh my gosh. Me and math these days. 2 o'clock p.m. or 2:31 p.m. Eastern time. And the rest of you are on your own for the math, really connecting in to the grid and really holding a strong vibration of your hopes for the world as a community, for the future. Really being able to tune into that highest vibrational energy and holding it. Mars, if you listened the other day, Mars in Aquarius, where we can get actionable with our vibrational energy, with our frequency. Saturn is where we are responsible for our frequency, responsible to building the future. And as Pluto and Jupiter come together and align this week on top of this energy, that's creating empowerment in regards to what we're building anew, especially as they're both moving forward. So again, like a butterfly's wings, if you know that analogy, like a butterfly flapping its wings, across the world can create a chain of events that affects the whole world. That's what this energy feels like to me in regards to our responsibility. Now, I also think that there is a possibility that we can still be sucked into that old paradigm. Mars conjunct Saturn. What should I be doing? I need to be taking action on what I should be doing. Please remember that Saturn at its highest and best is about our highest purpose. It's not about doing. As society has told us, you must be a do-do. A do-doer. I'm 5. Anyway, I'm getting strange looks. It's not about that. It really is about aligning with that responsibility. How do I respond in a way that is in alignment with our purpose? And again, the Fool card is like, okay, well, this is my own path that I'm creating. I'm doing it my own way. So just be very aware of that energy. The Mars may feel a little frustrated that we aren't getting back to things the way they were. But Saturn in Aquarius is like, things aren't supposed to go back the way they were. This is a call to change. So what is your part in the change? Well, your part in the change is holding the frequency, carrying that vibration, imagining yourself as an antenna, sending that signal out, because literally you are. Now, I want to just say a few things about the signal that you're sending out, because this is going to be a topic that's going to come up many times over the next few years. This doesn't mean that you have to stay happy, perky, good, okay all the time, because that's false. Because when we're there, yes, I have the card. This is where we're at. Politics, the mask. You can wear the happiness mask for so long, and yet the vibrational energy that you give off tells the true story. And the vibrational energy is going to express any impacted feels not expressed. So we're always called to be real. Our calling is just also know how to work with these things and to pivot and to heal. And that's kind of the purpose of today as well. We have the sun at 11 degrees in Aries. So the sun is lending itself to this healing energy by honoring ourselves, by being in our I am energy, by being on our personal healing path. So it's really beautiful how these energies from, several different astro groups are all working together to help us heal. Besides this, we have the moon moving into Cancer, talking about the feels and also talking about blazing a new path, because the moon in Cancer will be connecting with the North Node. And the North Node in Cancer has been, hey, it's time to put corporations to the side. It's time to remember the importance of family. It's time to remember the importance of rest. It's time to remember the importance of our feelings. And as the North Node is winding down its process in Cancer, it seems like we're finally remembering, hey, this is important. And this is something that we've forgotten in our humanity and in our quest for bigger, better, etc. Time to put that to the side. How can we soften? Part of softening is allowing the feels. So just be very aware of that. As the moon moves through Cancer, feels will be coming like tides, and it's not a bad thing. It's a in the moment thing. It's a I will deal with what is hidden. I will deal with these feels. This is the moon card in traditional astrology. I will deal with these feels as they move through. Speaking of the moon will be connecting to Uranus. Uranus in Taurus. This is kind of muddy energy, so there may be that muddy feel, but I feel like we got this lesson the other day where we're out of balance. I feel like we're finding our balance with okay, this is where I'm human, and this is where I bring in the spiritual lessons. This is human. I have these feelings. This is my spiritual self that sees it from this higher perspective, and yet it doesn't make the human wrong, and being human doesn't make the spiritual part wrong. It all works together. So I think that is it for today's energy. I don't really know if I mentioned that Uranus thing besides the mud. Get comfortable with change, because this is just one part of many. I'll leave it there with that. So that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you, and you do have the power. Namaste.